Scorpios, in love and relationships, weakness. Scorpios are often considered one of the hardest zodiac signs to date. But why is that? What makes Scorpios such a complicated sign when it comes to romantic relationships? We've thought about this for a while, and we've come up with 4 main reasons why Scorpios have a hard time in romantic relationships. The bad news? They won't be pretty to read. The good news? All of these weaknesses can be changed for the better. Scorpios are obsessive. Scorpios are a very passionate sign, but this passion can take a dark turn when uncontrolled. Scorpios can be jealous, suspicious, and obsessive, particularly in a relationship. If they're insecure in their relationship, or if they feel like their partner isn't giving them the attention they deserve, they'll come up with increasingly bizarre and far-fetched scenarios to explain your behavior. Once they're convinced there's something fishy going on, they'll try to prove it by tricking their partner into revealing the truth, or might even go as far as to punish their partner for their perceived slights. To be fair, this kind of behavior can be controlled, and we're talking about the worst scenario, but the potential is very much there. Scorpios don't forgive easily. If there's something Scorpios are very well known for, is for their near inability to forgive. They're vindictive, they're cold, and they're perfectly capable of holding on to grudges for a long, long time, even if they were brought on by small, petty things. It doesn't take a genius to see why this kind of attitude can hurt a relationship. Couples are teams. Teams have to work together to achieve their goals. If a team member is unable to let things go and will insist on seeing everything under the worst possible light, then even small, harmless interactions are at risk of putting a strain in the relationships. Scorpios are perfectly capable of having a happy and long-lasting relationship, but they need to learn to let bygones be bygones. To some Scorpios, forgiving and letting go can be seen as a sign of weakness. They're stubborn and intense in their convictions, but that's a dangerous attitude to have when it comes to the person you want to spend your life with. Scorpios are demanding. As mentioned, Scorpios are very intense and passionate about their likes, dislikes, and expectations. They expect great things for themselves, and though they might not be aware of it, they often stretch their expectations to their loved ones as well. Scorpios are known to demand great things of others, precisely because they hold others to the same standards as they attach themselves to. There's nothing wrong about expecting things of others, particularly if you're willing to give back with as much intensity, but Scorpios tend to fall into a peculiar trap. They expect to be shown love, attention, and loyalty in the same way as they give it, often failing to understand that people have different love languages. Scorpios might expect their partners to show their love by getting them small gifts every so often, like the ones they give to their loved ones. And if they don't get them, they'll get hung up on that fact. I might miss how their partner tells them they're loved, how their significant others keep doing nice things for them, how their partner likes to cook to show their love, etc. Love language matter, and in their desire to be shown love exactly how they want to be shown love, Scorpios tend to ignore this. Scorpios like to compare. Whether they do it consciously or not, Scorpios tend to compare their past relationships with their old ones. We all do this to an extent. It's impossible not to think of the people we've loved when dating someone new. But while some signs are perfectly happy, just noting the differences and similarities, Scorpios tend to keep track of them. The more people a Scorpio dates, the harder it will be to find a suitable partner. Not because there's something wrong with Scorpio, but because Scorpio will have the ideal partner in mind that no one can match. If there's something they liked about their previous partner, they'll add it to their list of requirements for the next one. If there's something they don't like, they'll add it to their do not want list. The result? Scorpios will often overlook what a new partner brings to the table because they'll be comparing them to the partners they had, failing to realize that just because they don't meet some of their expectations, they could have the potential to become the one. Contrary to popular belief, Scorpios aren't hopeless when it comes to love, and they're well aware of their weaknesses when it comes to relationships. And if there's anyone who can change their weakness into strengths, is the stubborn and dedicated Scorpio.